Hi, hello, welcome to stream. Hi, hello, welcome to stream.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer. DUI, how about you die?
Hi, hello, welcome to stream.
Hi, chat. Um, Hang on, I kind of gotta, like, turn on my controller and shit. Don't I? I'm totally a professional streamer. I know what I'm doing half the time. Hello. Yes. Hi. I just had some news that was a little pertaining to my health and stuff that just kind of got me down. So, I'm a little out of sorts. But I thought we'd play some Genshin and, you know, murder things to make me feel a little better. I'm sorry, I can't do the blob right now. The blob is typically for the
Hi,
vtuberen.
hello, welcome to stream.
Yeah, I just kind of learned that some of my levels, while are healthy, I need to look out for and stuff. And personally, just, is this available yet? Well, fuck you. It's been, I want it to be now. Just overall,
dear.
not
I am
the best.
feeling the urge to jump in a puddle.
He's feeling the urge to jump in a puddle, guys! Wait, that's so cute, what the fuck? Just overall, not the best news you want to hear from your doctor, so.
We got ourselves a straggler.
Or like, you know, you're supposed to auto-target. What do you do? So, I have farmed everything I need for my Colombina. And, also, there's drops. Helia, I have achievements for you, by the way. Give me 1 second. I think it's just this one. Now I can... Also, earlier today, I made, like, the most delicious food ever, and I don't know how I did it, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to replicate it again. I don't care about Honkai achievements, bro. I really don't. I could care less.
May I present Ad Astra? Thank you for completing Ad Astra.
Genshin I care more about, achievements-wise, but...
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
You letter? What letter?
hello, welcome to stream.
What letter? Oh.
Oh, it's from the Tone Deaf Bar.
Like, why did I need... I thought there was, like... Oh, are those different things?
Probably has something
Okay, remember the fishing game is available. Oh, so it is this one, Lupus Majoris. Cool. Yeah, this one.
This realm is...
I'm so close to having all these guys maxed out.
If you ever have...
Hi, hello, welcome to stream.
Oh, let's see what my teapot salesman has for me.
The one before. Ah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna drink this stream? What you drinking? Oh, raspberry bug. Why are you like all the way over here?
Ah, welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
What?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Notcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rainier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the
I'm
ages.
excited for this. Because I always love going back to
So I'm guessing the
Mondstadt.
Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rainier of Solnari.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the
trying to
Northern
claim my
Abyss calamity is
drugs.
finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
No, I know.
Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tale. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka
I
said.
love him.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds
A
Temple in
cryo.
search of adventure.
A
there's a sight I haven't
cryosphere?
seen in a
Please be
while.
a 4-star. Please be a 4-star. No, that's too fancy.
The
For...
bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti?
He's a 5-star, isn't he, chat? He's a 4-star! Let's go! We win! I love him.
I was just wondering I was gonna track you down.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
I feel like he's a little too detailed for a 4-star.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time.
Yeah, he's a
Allow
little
me to
too
introduce
detailed, honestly, to
myself.
be a
I'm
4-star.
Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lolan. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or
A
not,
standard
I wear the
release.
title of Bard
I'd
with
be actually
pride.
kind of okay with
And
that.
I consider
His design
Sir
looks pretty
Writes a Lot
cool.
to be quite a compliment.
And honestly, we've been lacking some decent powered nukes in the standard besides Tignari for a while, so I'd be pretty happy with him. I mean, Albedo did get a... No, he's not standard. That's right. Standard.
Maybe
Albedo
Paimon
should be
should come
that.
up with some
No,
harder
yeah,
fitting nicknames for
rumors.
these
Some
two.
rumors flying. I get it.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too.
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
Really?
That Varker is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
Is that... Do I smell? Torre? Why do you look like the Torre? The gloves! The Torre! Your fucking segment is loose! Come get him!
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
He's got the eyeball, the fucking earring. They even gave him a corset.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city?
He also has similar
I'm
shoes.
sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters...
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas, get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden?
Huh?
Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return!
Yo! He's got 2 fucking claymores. That's the sickest shit I've ever seen.
Maria sweeping in! On me.
Without the Rainier of
Okay.
Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought.
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Oh, okay.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster.
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now?
I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all.
Hello, what's going on, my friend?
It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Oh.
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity. Is the surface world still as
I tried
wretched
pulling
and
again
foul as
for
ever?
Flynn's, didn't get him. I lost my 50-50 to Mizuki, unfortunately, and I'm out of primos. Although I'll be doing some pulls for Sparkle, in the next few days.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
In Hawkeye Star Round.
That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
Oh yeah, it looks sick. I
That's
love
all.
the design.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Wrights a lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
Can I check your builds? Sure. What server are you in?
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great. But I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial.
Yeah.
Well, with any luck,
grab
that
your
wolf might be
UID
willing to
for me,
reveal
I can
himself
check
to
on the
me,
website.
too.
I'm in North America, so. Thought I had all.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition. So, Honorary Knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
I got you, homie. I got you. Let me just... Akasha system, my beloved. Oh yeah, there's the website called the Akasha system, and it shows you all the stuff. Okay. That's not bad for Geo Traveler. Your Varessa's built really well. I like her. Jean, of course, Columbina. Although you could replace Tenacity and stuff with a better set for her. But it's not a bad choice. Kamisato Amaricha says, yeah. You have... That hurts my soul. You have Kamisato using... You have Ayato using Farina's signature weapon, but Farina using the key of Kaj Nitsut, and that hurts my brain a little too much. My Akasha isn't updated. Ah. Okay.
Let us have a
Unfortunately, that is the
patience
only way
for
I'm
the
able to actually
richness
see your
and
account, because I
complexity of
can't view
humanity.
Asian accounts on my own
The
server.
wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
Okay, that's fair. I think Akasha updates every... Yeah, it says last update 2 days ago. So it is updated. Not bad, Wanderer R3. Yeah, you've got some pretty cool characters here. Pretty good builds. I would just say if you're gonna use your Farina or your... Yeah, I see the new stuff. Yeah. Oh, you have a Primordial Jade Cutter? I'm jealous. Oh yeah, that's not a bad build. Bennett's on Noblesse, of course, strongly on Tenacity. Yeah, I think the only thing I would recommend changing up is maybe your Columbina. And fixing her artifacts, but otherwise everyone else is really, really well built. Is anyone else down here? Was Columbina on Tenacity? This guy's Columbina in the YouTube chat was on 50-50 with the signature
He
set
wants
for
to
Flynn.
test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Yeah, no, I know. But, yeah, if you don't have... Everyone should have gotten a free Ino, I'm pretty sure. So if you use Ino with that, it should be alright. That's Official's Diary. Is no one else in here? No, I totally get it, dude. Otherwise, nah, you got some great builds.
Ah, the Grand Master.
I know
On
doesn't
another
count.
note, have you spoken to Jean?
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just
Aw, I
handle the
hate
ones
that
for the
that's a
Angel
thing.
share.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
Albedo is honestly such a...
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well.
Albedo's
He wants
pretty
to know
good
if we've
now that
made
they
any
bumped
more.
him. Lee locked up in Solidary. Luca, he's soaking. Yeah, you need another 5-star too.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nakrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces
if there's
any
no
threat
5-star
from
unit
the perils
alongside
of the
Columbina,
North,
then Tenacity
be
is
they
good.
the
Yeah, no, a
Wild Hunt
2-piece
or the
is
Doctor.
a good like
And
happy
yet,
medium if you don't
for
have another
some
5-star
reason,
not great unit, yeah.
I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow.
Okay, a DPS Zhongli is kind of cool.
Some have yet to master
not
the art
bad,
of
yeah.
social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they, too, need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of
I used
Boreas
the
could
magical
have
girl one
disappeared
because
from
I
Mondstadt
think
just
that's
as
funny.
he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the Wolf Spirit's recognition when the old aristocracy tried to regain power. Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the
Sure,
Knights of
Helia.
Favonius.
Sure, Helia.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry, although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the Calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
You guys know where that sword is from, by the way? That sword is from Noelle's first training, where they thought that she could handle a sword, and she was so strong, she flung it into the ceiling.
a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go to the...
Yeah, unfortunately, I lost by 50-50. I didn't get a Chi-Chi though, so. Unlike you, Helia, there is nothing left for me to farm. You had all of the entirety of Tavat to fucking farm. You had all these achievements. I have nothing! Yes, yes you did. Now you have C6 Columbina. I mean, I had a few thousand. I spent 110 full. I did 2 temples actually, but yeah.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Kaya! Rosaria! D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
Ew, D-Luke. Bro, I need them to fucking update both of their models because they're so
Please
ugly.
allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonia...
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
Why do you not like Kaya?
He nags like an old man. It's
Yes,
hardly
Marcy.
surprising.
Hi, princess. Come here.
Drop what?
Come here.
What's this about?
Nothing, really.
Oh, my boob.
Before leaving on the expedition,
Bitch, that was my titty.
Barca came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
You're a bitch,
Yeah, right.
Marcy.
Sounds
know
like
that?
you skipped a
little
lot of
shithead.
details.
Yes, you
There's
was.
clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then. But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from
Bro,
the
Helia,
inside?
you did not live
When
in
you
the
join
time
an
frame
organization, you're
where
bound
we
by
had
its
to use
rules,
Kaya to
no
ice
matter how
bridge.
free it may seem on the surface.
You think so?
never mind the knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the church and not the knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
That's fair.
Oh, kind of like the
What should I report? Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
Wait. Oh, she's upstairs. I was like, where the fuck did Rosario go?
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean?
I loved Linny's design, but personally he was not one of my favorites. I actually
never agreed to
preferred
rejoin the
Lynette.
Knights. I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
The fact they put effort into, like, behind the scenes, the shadow up in that corner of Paimon floating, like, damn.
Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam.
Oh my god!
They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever... He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes!
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight, but he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the blood-stained knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind.
No.
To this day,
I know that.
No one knows his final whereabouts.
Because his face is literally one of the artifact sets. That's why I got excited. Because we're finally getting lore about this artifact set that has had such a big, prominent lore in the early games. So, like, I want to know more about
It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone.
No, honey. Physical meta will never come back.
After all these years, he's still as persistent.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. the wrong idea about it. Anyway, there's still something about if so. Why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, that's a great idea. Jean said...
Even if you are a close friend, better.
Alright, before I teleport there, I need to use the restroom, and I'm gonna grab some food that I made earlier and heat it up, so I will be right back. Okay, guys, behave yourselves. Hi, Marcy. Use the fishing game, chat. Okay?
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Oh. Hello, chat. I have returned. Guess huh? Okay. What's funny is that he ascends with wolf hooks. And I have like none of those, and I'm not ever gonna pull for Parka anyways. Oh.
What's going on here? Was Bulbumdum always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Search. A moonlit night for all. Squirrel, Mark 2.
The night cometh. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Oh, are you alright? Oh no, what now? You scared Paimon stiff. She thought—
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now. Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
So they came from
We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. source of this turmoil. I can
For a second, I
sense
thought Varka was next to us, and I was like,
it
that's
lies in
Lowen,
the
right?
north.
I was like so confused.
It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry.
I had to do a double take because I
from
turned
whence
around
I
it within my
came.
peripheral as I'm eating from the other side of my desk.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more.
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as
Benji,
this
shut
are
the fuck
rare,
up. We don't need to hear
even
stupid
among the gods.
bard shit.
The Wolf King, Andrius, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Toadif Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south.
I need to
As
know.
the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the night's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt,
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andrius has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andrius should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from...
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
So,
if you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he...
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send... I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too.
Razor, give me your iron claw.
Oh.
Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas. It is a wolf spirit.
I was about to say, Traveler
my
switching
power
type.
And thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would to prevent the entanglement of souls. The most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. The great Wolf King of the North remains strong for now. Besides...
I will protect Lupakal. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
Hey, heels. Wait. Have her eyes always been open? I thought they were closed. Yeah, what the fuck? Fuck you.
Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to... The soul of a wolf is as... But human hearts, that's why In fact, there's an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, Now through friendship turned divine, twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Any questions before you set off?
No,
Better
good, I
ask-
don't want to hear you talk.
Alright, over to you, Dvalin!
The fact we get to see Dvalin after so long. Oh, Dvalin, my Shayla.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright! Hey, wait! How are we getting down?
Why are we fucking battle bussing it in? Oh fuck, I didn't press the button in time.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster!
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solnari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that wolf of the north look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the wild hunt? And why was he talking about the bloodstained knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right? True. We're still not certain of it. Killing him might be just about possible. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sin. But, compared to Rairir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of... Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Duran are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Yehoda?
Hey, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari.
That means the recent wild hunt...
They're keeping a close... Oh, yeah. Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message, too. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
short-distance propulsion module. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, Traveler. Varco placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. Aino is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her...
Huh? Flins! Paimon thought the Lightkeeper's rep would be Itlua or Nikita.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting. Sometimes you don't get a choice.
I love
and
when
there
we're
might
like,
be
oh, you don't
consequences
actually
down
want
the
to even
line.
be here. And he's like, yeah, I don't.
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much every... Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. Great. While we're waiting, could you... And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some monstatter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rere's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrius as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, this land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound.
So basically, if we
placing
kill
everyone
him,
who lives
we
here
fuck
in
everything
perilous
up and the
danger.
world goes to shit.
Query.
Got it.
While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be in that land. The passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andrius who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster. Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be?
So sad.
A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
I'm so sorry, Hoyoverse. Was that the best you could do? That was so off-key.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andrea spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andrias' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
I thought you already
If
got
only were that
Farina.
simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andrias' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way.
Do you
If
want
we
me to
can
make
collect
her
those
worth
fragments,
trash?
We can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
Bro got a ghost fish.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Notcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency. Not just the wild hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making.
There.
It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyss of calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste,
I don't
all the
really
better
know,
for it.
but I think so.
But
I
anything
could
that proved
check.
useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be.
Yeah, we caught all
According to what
122
Boreas told me before we left
items.
Mondstadt, his form
Columbina,
was at
yeah,
its most
Farina's been
unstable
caught,
at the
so it's probably
beginning of his
Yu-Gi-Oh's.
journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry.
Two Columbinas
First
of,
with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor.
How?
So, it wasn't until recently
Wait, it says
that we were
caught, but
finally able
total
to confirm
caught
the
none.
status of the wolf spirit
Oh,
fragments.
Naboost, okay.
We now know
So
there are
Naboost
3
caught
left to
Farina.
find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather one fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search
Julia,
area to focus on.
You never cease.
But we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
You never cease to make me smile.
The final
Mercy.
snag is that since our
Yes?
foe is a replica of
Would you like a
Roland,
boop?
he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by—
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Light Keepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway, right?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving fragment? All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people.
How long is this quest, Helia, by the way? Oh, Yehoda's always being bullied. Also, I'm gonna go fight this thing once. Oh, fuck is... I feel like you need Geo. I'll talk to them in a second.
Now you shall perish. Let the world
Witness my rise.
This is order. Solidify.
Transfixed.
strike a pose. Illusion shattered.
Stabilize. Yeah. Yeah.
I will have order. Gather.
Oh my god, it shoots fucking lasers.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Let my name echo in song. Shout
What is the resistance on this thing? What the fuck? Why am I doing no damage?
This is where
Why can't I heal?
shine down.
Rise. This is order. Stabilize.
Overrule.
Oh, well, fuck this.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Oh, brilliant!
Crumble. Rise.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Wanted my full attention, did you?
I only did that for the archive entry. That's it.
Speaking of contingency plans, I now recall that Barca also made a contingency plan when he asked me to deliver that letter. Perhaps I should ask Aino to prepare some additional backup modules for me.
Remnant fragments of an ancient god. Thoughts stored inside a blade. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I suspect there is more to Mr. Varka's plan than what he's revealed to us so far.
Yeah, let me know if it's lunar
Then again,
crystallized.
the enemy can harness the Wild Hunt to spy on us wherever we go. As our commander, I'm sure he has his reasons for choosing not to tell us everything.
Hoda, you dummy! You took the stupid job of your own free will! Crying isn't gonna get you out of it!
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Took me a minute. Okay, so it's lunar reactions. Cool.
Is this what we're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Ah!
Oh, sure enough. This place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely... Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's
Yeah, we
memories.
have never done this before.
As
He's
they
just like,
say,
here's
know
a random
thyself,
thing you've
know
never
thy
done
enemy.
before, and let's
Let
just
me
do it
think.
right now.
How was it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away. Actually, neither do I.
Varka.
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with, but
yeah,
I can't
no.
think of anything meaningful to
The
say.
reason why we can't drink the devs have clearly probably just don't want to do
That's what
because
actually happened.
the game
I
is
thought it
13
might mean
plus
something to you.
or
but
whatever.
never
I don't
mind.
fucking know.
I'll
And
explain
having
it
the
more
main
human
MC
terms.
drink is bad. I
Traveler,
don't fucking
when
know.
you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time?
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Also, we barely know anything about...
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was after Rostam lost his life
Bro,
in the
why
Abyssal
the fuck
Calamity.
do you have...
Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him. But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonia's headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along.
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
I guess we're just gonna go fishing.
Whoa. It actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
Oh.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters! The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I... Dainsleif? No. Bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the Visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
So...
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want... Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then.
Okay, Varka, what's your plan?
That about covers it. Sorry, no plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way! Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved...
Nope! It's a total disaster!
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to... What can...
Yes. How much time is time? Kilia, how much time is time? How long did it take you to finish this part of the quest? Oh. Then yeah, I'll just do it. I just have a thing
Fill
at like
me
8
in.
o'clock.
What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as—
Good call. Locating the wolf spirit fragment is our key objective. I would have made the same decision.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, both search teams are in big trouble. Oh, I brought a map. This should make things clearer. Before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The two teams are holed up here and here. They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location by now.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available to provide backup?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with,
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested to be dispatched immediately. They are currently nearby awaiting orders.
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all, shouldn't you be the one out here delivering messages?
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes. Please, keep up the good work, Yehoda. The logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle.
Nice, you'll definitely
Which team
get
should they
both.
support?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately. Yehoda, keep up the good work with the comms.
Guys, it's not a cry, it's
Sure
Natlan
thing.
battle
Leave it to me.
all over again.
It's the Wild Hunt! Come on, let's go help!
Something's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't... Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deployment.
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy.
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Thunder!
Is that the signal to say they're ready?
It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yeah, no, that's,
Fire!
yeah.
The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be use this time to catch your breath.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retniki.
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next any.
Absolutely.
We've run right through our supplies. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no...
I guess we just reinforce.
Ugh, looks like the same reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful mist.
Understood. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir!
The fact that Paimon rushes into battle like she could actually do something is kind of crazy.
Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Knights of Pavonius, charge!
On me.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I'm glad
Learning a
that's
lot from the
finally
Traveler,
over.
lol.
Brave Knights, on behalf of the Lightkeeper...
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in this together. Now, please tell me everything you've learned.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're finally closing in on our target.
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though. Is everyone willing to keep fighting with us?
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Much obliged. All right. The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys, you all know the drill. The Knights of Favoni...
Yes, sir!
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Knights of Pavonius, charge!
Up the ante!
Thunder!
Time to counterattack!
Up the ante!
Okay,
Warriors sweeping in! Thunder!
Rally to the Grandmaster! Charge!
On me.
Up the ante!
Here. This Wild Hunt doesn't traveler.
Mr. Varka?
Just like last time. Only a Knight of Boar.
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster.
Ha, that's the spirit.
I swear to God, if I don't get to use my actual team and my very unbuilt Pyro Traveler.
The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all. Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel, here and now.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about.
For a moment there, I thought I might never taste the sweet wine of Mondstadt again.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight.
We can't lose our Varka.
Our Varka.
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. I can tell. You do not wish to strike me down. This duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. If you continue on this path, you will die. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf, when the wolf has seen through the lamb's plan?
Ha ha ha! You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer, the means to bear a soul. I knew it all 500 years ago. Though the false path may be wide and welcoming, only destruction lies at its end. It is time to crush your futile hope!
Oh.
It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the Knight of Boreas. One day you will understand that the only righteous path for those of true virtue.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind.
Was the hell that was supposed to end? My controller died. I couldn't do anything.
The sword is unbroken. Looks like I'm no longer in reality.
Was that supposed to happen, or did my controller fuck up the entire story for me?
Consciousnesses of Boreas and Roland.
Oh, thank God.
There's no way back. And all that lies ahead. Get.
Marriage of Ari? Question? Okay. Technically, there are a few side quests that have done that.
Huh? A Favonius sword. Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
On me.
But typically, yeah.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Oh god, without any elemental infusion, he's awful. Yeah, I wasn't gonna pull for him, but he relies on...
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
He relies on, like, elemental damage to be a good DPS.
The scent that...
Yeah, R3, C3, talents maxed out.
Blood.
He
Appears
hacks
to be
it
getting
right too.
stronger.
Like, but like he just doesn't do enough damage.
Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
Huh? The fuck?
Try to keep up! On me.
That's
no
sick.
matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice.
Surrender.
I'm sorry, I don't like him. He's not that pretty. I like my men that are twinks.
Malicious lies!
Huh?
Stormwind! On me. Stormwind! Stormwind! Maria sweeping in! Stormwind!
What's sad is my unbuilt traveler does like 20k. Barely built. Compared to his like 14k that I was getting there, so.
My old friend.
He just doesn't do.
This is not where your path ends.
As well without
You
elemental
must
resonance or
continue
any
on.
sort of elemental anything.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. Huh? I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here.
It's just we're so used to not seeing buff
Draw
males.
near to the heart of the wolf.
And also, the buffest male we've seen before was Arataki Ito.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely
Yeah.
warrior. Step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf?
Oh, hello.
Roland! After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn, utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze
many
more
times do I gotta
brilliantly than
chase
the
this
light
bitch
of
down?
1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger
I don't know where
brighter
he
than ever before.
is. I can't find him.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request...
I shall do as you wish. Knight of Boreas.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the memories contained in the wolf spirit.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable of slaying dragons. Just a lost soul who has wandered far too long. A shadow of the knight you once were.
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The Raihir of Solmari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland you see is but an imperfect image cast by the Abyss. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak, but my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, I, in my current form, am flawed. A knight cannot bear their own stagnation. After redeeming you from injustice, and guiding your surrender to the Abyss, I shall rectify myself, and continue to follow the knightly path.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. Your obsession, clearly, remains exactly as I had imagined. I suppose there's no chance to make you see the light.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter how noble they may sound. Neither of us will sway the other, but you have long known this truth. Otherwise, why would you pin all your hopes on Boreas' single thought? But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that bears its form. You no longer have the means to change the situation, and no one will come to your rescue. This place shall be your graveyard, lonely warrior.
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This... Andreas! Can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the Northwind! How long will you allow yourself...
If this is your final gambit, I am most disappointed.
Whoever's voicing Roland, by the way, amazing voice
Grand
acting right there.
displays of heartfelt wishes cannot summon miracles. This world shows no such mercy to its inhabitants.
Return. Return to... Is this the answer that I found at my journey's end?
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back into your heart.
A knight of Boreas. Watch on. This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul. Unless... surely not.
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas will inevitably ravage, devour, and assimilate a mortal heart.
I never noticed he had wings on his arms.
As if human and wolf.
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of God, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing.
What do you mean? Capitano Crumbs! Ah! Oh! What? They brought it back.
Your heart, your soul, they are collapsing.
No!
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Isn't that right? Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within your heart. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allow Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own.
Look,
then
I
be
love my
devoured
sexy
by
men.
me. But
compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
you have a stubborn will and employed an exceptional strategy. But this is not the way a true knight fights. Your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. When he fully joins the ley lines, you too will fall. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the ley lines, let alone rescue you. You have lost, and so have I.
Okay, but like...
Regrettably,
I'm sorry.
I can no longer offer
Capitano
you
is hotter because he's not playable.
May your soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warp.
Lone? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to return to the ley lines together, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. They're looking forward to my triumphant return. I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail.
Huh?
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka. To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts.
Ether that
Make
waste
sure they
of
all get
yours.
Delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
But like, Mondstadt is our home. It was our very first nation. It was the nation we started 5 years ago.
Grandmaster! Grandmaster!
Master.
Varka.
Uncle Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help.
This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
Oh my god!
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
Outlander who caught the wind.
Look!
True to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone.
Right back at you, Varka.
Up the ante! The north wind blows southward. May it guide you on your journey home.
How did they remix?
There's an ice cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Yeah, the well shield was and then the
Dying in a place like this, Varka.
Now we get to see his real power. I hope I can reach it from here.
Fly home to us, Grandmaster!
Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn. Fate's chosen Lilica.
What do you mean? Yeah, probably. Knowing you, Helia, your accounts always get bugged. Okay, sir. There's no need to be groaning in my ears like that.
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
And the others get to rest in peace.
I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval.
Yeah, the fucking flask. And he pours it on them.
Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf.
I have that sword. I use it.
I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead.
Oh, my shit, my heart. Is he home?
Hey everyone, it's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
No!
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
At least they actually animated the sword and not just arms out.
Yeah. I'm home.
Barbados brought him home. He's just chilling. Yo, what's up, Warka?
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. So, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Now's your chance before I get dragged off to the office. This sword was just a decoy. I carried his soul in my own heart. That was the plan I was most certain would work. The second half, though, using everyone's thoughts to guide me back out of the ley lines, I wasn't too sure that would work out.
All jokes aside, What would you have done if the Traveler hadn't been able to separate the wolf spirit from Roland's influence?
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step. But when I approached him about it, he said there was a much more suitable candidate. The Outlander who caught the wind. Turns out our trust was not misplaced. Thank you. Then, I guess we'd have had to get Barbados to send a wind to blow me back
Stop
home.
giving that drunkard so much credit. I will give him all the credit. I am gonna hopefully snooze our ads again, so that I can.
But
just
it would have
finish
come
this
at a
up and
heavy
write out.
price, and with no guarantee of success. Besides, I'd rather not have him expend that kind of power. It's a good question. A glass of the finest dandelion wine, perhaps?
I want to see if the secret
No doubt I'd have to
stash is
pay
a
for it
thing,
with a
so I
secret
will
stash
go
of
to the
cash in my
office
office.
next stream.
You're dreaming if you think it would have come that cheap.
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my... Well, with the shadow of Roland vanquished, the Wild Hunt won't be able to consolidate their forces for the foreseeable future. A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nodcry stronghold, but everyone else will be sent home in waves. Albedo and Durin will come back with the first wave, so you should have the chance to see them again soon. It's been a while since my future. Huh. You may already have learned of this from Barbados or the Hexen Circle, but I glimpsed a reflection of the future in Barbarloth's scryglass. Correct. Although as things stand now, I believe we may have changed the course of the future, thanks in no small part to you. Still, after I've tied up some loose ends with the Knights of Favonius, I'll need to make another trip back north. There's still a lot of work to be done at the Nodcry stronghold. Besides, the first group of knights who volunteered to stay there have yet to be relieved of their duty. How could I simply abandon them?
Ah, how noble. But be honest, your main reason for going back to Notcry is so you can dump all your work here on Jean again, isn't it? Wait, seriously?
I'm only pulling your leg. You'll be seeing a lot more of me in Mondstadt from now on. It's been a while since I... All right, then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the breeze for a little longer. For all the wine in the world, there's no feeling as intoxicating as the wind from your hometown after a long time away.
He's right. There really is no feeling like that.
Taking shelter and listening to the rain cleanse the earth makes me feel safe. Like being home.
Alright, that's where we're gonna end stream today. Thank you guys so much for coming. We're gonna go ahead and raid somebody. For those over on YouTube, we are not gonna raid anybody because you guys can't raid anybody. But yeah, enjoy, play with YouTubers. See you tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going live tomorrow, but it'll be... Yes!